doing your timestamps, eh? Where's the
but it'll
the
be
outside?
off a little bit.
Outside.
Go?
Yeah. Look good.
You're listening to Oilersnation Radio, presented by the Nation Network. Subscribe for free on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Oilersnation Radio episode something. I don't know what it is exactly, but we have got, Jay's breaking things.
Good stuff.
Before we even get started, Jay's breaking things in the studio.
Someone broke the sign.
It was so I broke the sign. I think for the third time that thing's been broken.
I need to bring in my hot glue gun. I just keep forgetting.
Because right now it's
is that why you asked me if I had a hot glue gun?
Yeah, look at that. See, doesn't it look nice when it's there? I'm not going to touch it. I want to change the angle on it, but I will not.
I think that's probably been broken 3 or 4 times. You'll see it in the video. It's a little Oilers Nation sign we had 3D printed, and it keeps falling apart. Right now, it is held together by Scotch tape and dreams.
I wish Scotch tape. That stuff actually sticks.
We need some Gorilla Glue, I think.
Yeah, that would work.
Gorilla Glue would work. Hot glue gun. We could have a little arts and crafts day, maybe.
Have you ever used spray foam? This has nothing to do with it, but everything to do with it.
Spray foam.
Spray foam, like insulation.
Is that like this? Yeah, is that stuff you put in like your roof and stuff?
Or to like seal stuff around or whatever.
I feel like it might be noticeable on that.
So no, well, I'm going to tell a story. I know I'm interfering. So last Thursday, we have woodpeckers. Our exterior of our house is wood.
Oh.
And woodpeckers look at our house and say, that's lunch.
Yeah,
and
buffet.
Also, I want to peck a home into that.
Woodpeckers are cool though.
They're amazing birds.
They're cool,
except for when they're
pecking.
pecking your house. And so we've fought them off times before. So they've pecked like legitimately like a hole this big.
Wow.
And like deep to like build a nest. And what we caught it before they could nest in it with spray foam.
Okay.
So now a new set of woodpeckers have gone and seen they're like, oh, these MFers have spray foam this. I can peck easily through this. Because what's happened in the meantime is our fake owl has fallen down because of the wind. And so now they're like, oh, well, the guard owl isn't there. I'm going to go after this. I'm going to redig my home or peck my home. So sure shit, peck out all the foam. So I go and buy a different type of foam. Granted, it was like $8 cheaper. I'm like, yeah, whatever, foam's foam. I go and spray it like I normally would. And this shit is just like oozing out of the hole. Like it's expanding like crazy and it's falling down my house and it's just spray foam everywhere. And I'm like, holy shit. So I'm like grabbing it with my hands. That stuff is so sticky I still have stuff in my hand. It's been a week. Like my hands over the weekend, I just was covered in spray foam. And like I'm slowly picking away and it sticks to your skin like so much. I'm taking off like the top layer of my skin. So my hands right now are very smooth and young. I'm worried about actually golfing tomorrow. I probably have to wear 2 gloves. My hands are so delicate from ripping off all the spray foam. That shit is sticky.
Tyler, do you feel, well, actually both of you, do you feel like this is Jay setting the table with excuses for his soft, dainty hands?
I was going to say, you want to talk about
my
vibes.
short game is going to be tight.
If you want to talk about vibes heading into the golf tournament, our playing partner, Ryan and Farmer John, he said he's got the playlist ready. We have matching shirts.
We do?
He's ordered them.
I haven't seen them.
I have. They're great. So we got matching shirts. He said he will be there early tomorrow with McDonald's breakfast sandwiches for us.
Ooh, I don't like eggs.
Oh, look at this. I made it. Exactly. This is the team you signed on for.
You're going to eat the fucking eggs and you're going to like them.
I'll eat the eggs. I'll give you
And
eggs.
yeah, we're ready to roll. Ryan's dialed in.
That'll be good.
Or
I'm going to bring bananas, by the way. So,
you got it.
Also, what time does the tournament start at?
Yeah, I've been screwing up the time, haven't I?
You keep saying, I've gotten multiple direct messages from people being like,
I keep saying 8:30.
It's 9.
It's a 9:00 shotgun.
I
want you there at 8:30.
I was telling people because they were like in the article, Bag Milk said 9. Jay keeps saying 8:30 on the shows. And I was like, either Jay misspoke or Jay is intentionally doing this because he doesn't want anyone late.
Maybe subconsciously doing that. I saw some internal communication with the organization team saying 9. I'm like, guys, don't you know it's 8:30? And they're like, what the fuck? We've told all the whole sponsors. And then I'm like, wait a minute. And I went and checked the emails with the Woods. I'm like, yes, it's 9 a.m. So I've caused a lot of stress.
Better than the reverse.
Yeah. I just, this is where you just have to trust your team and don't insert yourself into shit. I'm still learning because I love to just put myself into everything and fuck everyone's business up.
So 9 o'clock is the answer.
Be there for 8:30. Be a good citizen.
When are we releasing this, Tyler? Are we pretending that we're in the future, or are we releasing this today, Thursday?
Just put it out today.
All
right.
today.
A lot of nation citizens will be at the golf tournament. So
Perfect.
why not? Give them
Because I've got some golf tourney predictions in here on my list that you guys are all three of you are playing. So that'll
right.
be excellent. But first, we got to start out with a delicious debate for our friends at Oodle Noodle. Now the woodpecker talk is out of the way.
Sorry.
The hot box is here, and there's a brand new location opening up in Calgary at the end of the month at Beacon Hill. Is that correct? Still on track?
Being on track. We're told. And over on the 22nd. So,
and if you're in Edmonton, go to any of the Edmonton locations, grab yourself a free Oilers Nation sticker, beautify your car, your binder, your laptop, whatever it may be. Got it?
Face.
Good. Put it on your face if you want.
Go anyway. It sticks to anything.
Mhm.
It would even stick this sign
it
together.
would keep that sign together. Maybe that sign should just be a sticker.
I mean,
It's an idea.
Workshop in here.
yeah, we're workshopping.
Looks great on camera, though.
It does look good from my angle as well. Tyler, what do you got for us for a delicious debate for our friends at Oodle Noodle?
Earlier this week, we saw the Oilers make it official. 2 players are coming to camp on PTOs, both terribly kept secrets. Brandon Sutter and Sam Gagner, now that the news is official. And we know those 2 players will be in camp battling for the 12th spot in the Oilers forward group. The delicious debate is, which of the 2 PTOs has a better chance of making the team out of camp?
Brandon Sutter has not played in 2 years.
Yep.
Which
Sam
is
Gagner coming back
crazy.
from it is crazy. Coming back from double hip surgery. Said he's a month ahead of schedule in our interview with him on the Real Life podcast. Jay, who has got a better chance of turning their PTO into a contract?
Well, just look at the politics. Sam Gagner is the heir apparent to take over this spot for a lot of reasons. He's going to be the room guy. He's got already those amazing relationships. And if he's feeling good from those hips, then Sam Gagner has got a lot of skill. And you put him in a nice insulated role, he's going to fit. I do like the Brandon Sutter.
I know.
I like the experiment, because if he is feeling good, like if he's through all this stuff that he's been going through, like
He's going to be hungry.
he's going to be hungry, and he's a Sutter man. He's going to work.
He's been on the farm all summer.
Yeah.
Farmer Tan is probably blazing good.
So like that's so I would like to have a way to have both, but I'm going to follow the kind of political route and Sam Gagner without a doubt.
Liam Harbin.
Is he related to the Sutters?
Dave Gagner. Yes, he's a Sutter.
Is he a
There's
cousin?
if you're a Sutter, you are from Viking, Alberta. There's a 0% chance you're from anywhere else.
It says Brandon Sutter is from Huntington, New York, USA.
Yeah,
well,
that's
yeah, because his dad was probably
Yes.
playing there.
Is that what he was? Well, I'm trying to figure out the relation. It's a big family tree, but the answer is Sam Gagner for basically everything Jay just said.
So which Sutter's son is he? He's Brent's son, I think, isn't he?
I'm double checking that right now.
So Brent is
He is Brent's son. His uncles are Brian, Daryl, Dwayne, Rich, and Ron. His cousins are Sean, Brett, Brody, Luke, and Riley. And his brother is Merrick.
right.
And he was an 11th overall pick in 2007.
Who
Won a
went
gold
sixth
at
that
the
year?
Huh?
Who went sixth that year? Sam Gagner, Tyler. It's an easy answer. And Sam Gagner will beat him again. Sam Gagner, I think he's the one who would
We're just
get a contract.
revisiting the 07 draft. What if we
Let's
had two
redo
picks?
it right now.
How many of the first round picks from 2011 or from 2007 do the Oilers have they had at some point? That's an interesting trivia question.
Who was number 1 in 07?
Kane.
Kane.
Ah, yes.
Oh, Kane, JVR, and then
Kyle
former Oilers.
Turris.
Yeah, Kyle Turris.
Right here.
Oh. Brandon Sutter's now in the mix. Alex Plant went 15th that year. Riley Nash. Yeah.
Oh, that's that one, is it?
Perron, 26th.
There you go. Yeah.
Anyone else?
I think that's everyone in the first round.
Yeah.
Anywho,
We've talked about the draft a lot. Look at this 2007 draft. What a shit show it is. There's like the names and then there's a whole bunch of just like, who is that? There's like 12 games played, 29 games played, all over the map.
Who was
Anyway,
around the Plant pick?
Let's pull it up here.
Alex Plant,
Like I guess after. 'cause-
After?
yeah.
Gil-
Colton
Gillies,
Gillies, Alexei Sharapanov,
Ian Cole.
Logan McMillan, Angelo Esposito, Riley Nash, Max Pacioretty went to Montreal at 22. Michael Backlund went to Calgary at 24. David Perron went to St. Louis at 26.
That's the miss, though, Pacioretty, because the Oilers picked 21st.
Yeah.
Pacioretty went 22nd.
Sam
we missed on both picks.
Gagner, 6th most games played out of that draft class. It's interesting.
It's wild. We
And he's
talked
played a lot. Wow. So there's some guys that have.
1,015 regular season games for Sam Gagner, but only 11 in the postseason. So
Well, he's gonna
my
go
answer
at
for the
least 11 more this year.
my answer for the delicious debate is it's Sam. The story is too good. I need it. I need the Kool-Aid of Sam Gagner coming back for a third tour of duty, filling that Devin Shore role. Devin Shore played. We'll talk more about him. I know, Liam. I'm sorry.
We have to.
We'll talk more about him in a little bit, but he played 47 games with the Oilers last year. I think Sam Gagner could fill that role very well. And then he gets to lift and hoist the cup when the Oilers win it in June. It all makes sense. The planets are aligning. Tyler,
Did they give him to him first?
I don't think so.
It would go dry McDavid.
I think it would go. If we want to talk about it, I think it's going to go McDavid to Draisaitl to Nuge, and then it would go Gagner.
I think Nurse probably inner circle guy. Maybe gets it before Gagner.
Oh, but Nuge has been
here through it all.
like
I think.
So you think it goes
then
Nuge, Nurse?
Yeah, and
I think
then
it might even go McDavid Nuge.
It could.
it might go McDavid.
It could go McDavid Nuge.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tyler, what do you got?
Exactly.
Who's more likely to make a contract out of their PTO?
I think it's Gagner, but I don't think either of them are here on opening night unless there's an injury. And we talked about this on ON Everyday, Liam. But so you have the top six pretty much set. Third line, McLeod, Janmark, Fogle. Those guys are all making the team. Holloway and Ryan are making the team. You can only carry 12 forwards because of the cap crunch.
thanks, Evan.
Yeah. Okay. Is Sam Gagner going to play so well that it justifies putting Raphael Lavoie on waivers? I don't think so. I think your point, BM, about Gagner being the Devin Shore, I think that makes sense. I think it'll be a scenario where they sign him, put him down in Bakersfield for a bit, and are like, hey, when there's an injury, you're forward 13, and they go from there.
I wonder if this is maybe and also a showcase for them to see if they need to trade like a Fogle.
Oh, like if Gagner comes in and plays well enough, maybe.
And Sutter.
Oh, and Sutter, yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. Like Lane Peterson will be in the mix too. If those three guys play better than Fogle, maybe you're right. Maybe there's a scenario.
Or the kind of sum of them, Because
if you trade Fogle, all of a sudden you can keep 14 forwards on your roster.
Well, but also, or just park some cap space to accumulate and gain more value, right? Because we need some of that.
There's also Matthias Janmark's in the mix there. I think he'll play, but like there's going to be competition in the bottom six more so than normal, I would say.
Actually, yeah, that's because, if one of Janmark or Derek Ryan don't show up in camp, all of a sudden it probably gets pretty tempting to send one of them down for the cap savings, right?
Yep. So currently daily faceoff, again, these are just placeholders that Brock would have put in there, but in the bottom six, there's Lane Peterson. Like you said, Tyler's going to be in the mix. Derek Ryan, he's been around, but he still has to have a good camp. Nothing given. Earns not given. Matthias Janmark in there. Sam Gagner, Brandon Sutter. So there's going to be a lot of people fighting for jobs that there are not a lot of them. Dylan Holloway currently in the bottom six on daily faceoff. Again, placeholder. He's going to play, like you said. Ryan,
waiver exempt still?
He's waiver exempt.
Well, interesting.
If him and Lavoie are even close, then that decision's probably like the edge goes to Lavoie because of the waivers.
Because you have to,
yeah.
And then Peterson also, like, he's a two-way, right?
Well, he still needs
two-way.
waivers.
On a two-way? You need waivers?
Two-way only affects how much you make, not waivers.
Isn't he on a one-way deal anyway?
I think so.
I'm not sure, actually.
Oh.
But with Gagner, I think Gagner is a guy, like, remember when Spezza went on waivers with the Leafs and was like, if someone claims me, I'm retiring. I wouldn't totally stun me if Gagner is kind of the same boat where like you put him on
I
waivers.
feel like he's still got some gas in the tank as long as the hips are feeling good.
That's what I'm most curious about is to see what his hips are like. Double hip surgery is no joke. But said he's feeling good, working out, a lot of time in the pool. Go listen to the interview again. The full thing is up on our YouTube page. Subscribe to the YouTube page. 20,000 subs by the time the season rolls around. Tyler will wear a Donaire costume all day long, 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna sleep in it too?
I think I would do it probably from like second I wake up to second I go to bed.
Okay, so
I'd like to see you, Jag Chicken, Big Brother, wear it all the time.
That would be interesting. But I don't think he has to wear that to bed. I think he can take it off when he sleeps.
Do we know that?
You can take the costumes off when you go to bed.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
You
think
can
so.
take it off when you shower.
I'll shower in the Donaire costume.
I'd like to see that.
Just hose me off in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
We'll hose you off a little brick.
Yeah. It all makes sense. So
Let's
go
let's
subscribe.
do it.
Oilers Nation on YouTube.
20K.
And then Tyler has to do something really bizarre, and we have to also go for a Donaire. You have to eat a Donaire while being a Donaire.
My second ever Donaire. Okay.
It's like me feeding hot dogs. It feels weird, but we do it.
Yeah. I mean, it is
Wait,
pork
you only had
mostly.
one donut.
Yeah, Jay bought me a donair once to have my first ever donair. I've never had one
So
since.
Tyler will have his second donair whilst eating a donair costume.
I also feel like that was an unfair
And
representation.
then he has to eat the costume when he's done.
That's right. I also feel like that was an unfair representation of donairs, given that it was a delivery donair.
Yeah. It was a delivery donair.
Yeah, it was kind of gross.
Pandemic. Tyler tries one episode. Shit. I want to hear from you if you're listening to this ON Radio podcast, Twitter and Instagram. Who's most likely to convert their PTO into a contract?
This is interesting. I just saw it on Twitter. A screenshot from an Oilers Plus behind the scenes episode where the names Bastion and Comtois are written on the whiteboard in the Oilers head offices. Interesting.
Wasn't Bastion a trade deadline guy or a free agent?
I think he's a free agent.
It's funny when those things come out. Hey,
Yeah. Like that.
you
time
can't
all
get
those
anything
jerseys.
past an Oilers fan.
No.
You got something written up on the board, we'll find it.
Did you see the thing yesterday where they put the ice logo in and somebody noticed that the oil drop now goes through the red line goes through the oil drop?
No, and the red line is a bunch of oil drops.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a bunch of oil drops.
Yeah, it's a bunch of oil drops.
Yes, because it's
Yeah.
the oil drop was
Now
always
I
centered. It wasn't off centered and now
And
centered.
no, I thought they put the oil drop on top of the red line.
No,
Oof.
No.
it's just the red line is a bunch of oil drops. I was
That's
confused
pretty
too
cool.
because the way they worded it was weird.
Yeah. Well, there you
Very
go.
cryptic.
Mm-hmm.
I do like
Gagner signaling to us he's coming to Edmonton.
Yeah,
Do you remember he did it last year too? Like, yeah, like
he did do it. He had his
always
workout gear.
does. Always does.
Yeah,
Son of a
He wasn't
gun.
ready for us.
we got honey dicked by Winnipeg on that one. Nation vacation to Seattle. If you want to come with us, we are leaving November 10th for a long weekend of fun and adventure. You don't have to take a day off work because it's a long weekend. We are going and we're going to watch a hockey game. Edmonton versus Seattle. That is on the Saturday night. We are going to be going to the brand new arena in Seattle, checking that out. How much do you think beers are in Seattle?
Oh, I hear they are pricey.
Tyler brought this question up a few weeks ago, and I think about it a lot since Tyler brought it up. What is the most you would spend on a beer?
Now, this is vacation mode, right? So
Yep.
it's somewhere between a lot and infinity. Like when you're in vacation mode, money doesn't matter. Like money doesn't count. Credit cards, free money.
Yeah, Uncle V's always pays for everything.
Yeah.
It's you get a different state of mind. So you just you get the job done. We'll get together as a crew in pregame.
Yep.
So we'll get a good base going into the game if you're into that.
Yep.
I think we have 6 spots of the flight packages left. So it's been moving really, really good. And then we're about to release the non-flight packages for those of us that live in and around the Vancouver, BC area that want to come join the fun or live anywhere. We've got a package put together for you coming soon.
Coming soon on that one. We have got very few spots left on this one. This one is selling out very, very
A lot
quickly.
of interest. A lot of interest.
I also didn't even mention that on the Sunday, the next day after the hockey game, we're going to a football game. We're going to go see Seattle versus Washington. Little foosball. This will only be my second ever NFL game. I'm very excited about it.
Liam, what is the sound a Seahawk makes?
Caw-caw.
That would be a river hawk.
I think it's more of a screech, like.
Like that?
Yeah.
Maybe something. similar. I would
Okay,
assume.
I'm looking at beer prices.
Go ahead, Tyler. What do you got?
So this is from October of last year.
Inflation.
Climate Pledge Arena announces new concession items for Kraken season, which included $9.99 Millers.
Oh, no problem.
No problem. I'll cross
16
those.
ounces. So
Yeah,
not even
that's
the
fine.
limit.
That's fine. That is a fair price.
$10 USD. I can get behind
Yeah,
that.
I can.
Yeah, I can do that.
I can gas them.
I could go for 1 or 8.
But you know what? I bet they've got. I bet we're going to also find some like cool little craft beers in there that are going to be outrageous.
We got to try one of those.
Select craft beers or rotating craft beers also $9.99.
What?
Ooh.
I thought when the arena opened, people were complaining about beer prices.
All I know is I'm going to be well lubricated on the Saturday night. The battle is going to be showing up to the football game in the right state of mind, keeping the playing field level. Next morning.
So one thing we have to do some hunting on is like if there's like a tailgate for non-tailgaters for like.
I think that kind of
foreign
street
tailgaters.
outside the football stadium.
I've never been.
Oh, the street outside the football stadium.
I think I know.
Yeah, like right by the ball. It'll be lively.
Where all the bars are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends. Like every stadium's different. I've been to New Orleans where they actually control that. There's no tailgating. They control the fan zone pregame. So you like have to buy all your beer, which kind of takes away the kind of grassroots essence of tailgating.
Buffalo, I bought a foam cooler and threw like 10 beers in there and just walked around with a bunch of beers. It was
we
great.
actually, we did the same thing. And then we hooked on to some crew, like, come join us. And we played like Flip Cup and shit all day leading up to the game. That was fun. If you've been to Cleveland, the Muni lot, that is a vibe. That's good. Anyways.
Nation Vacation, nationgear.ca. If you want to join us, hurry.
Yeah.
Hurry.
Come join. It'll be so much fun.
This one is going to sell out. I promise you. We're not even in September yet.
When is it again?
November 10th to 12th or 13th.
Let me check my calendar.
Let me see here. Check your calendar to see you're busy. Hang on. We're going to wait until Liam checks his calendar.
I thought you can't leave the country.
No, I can leave the country. I
pick
I
my
would
new
have to do
passport
it
next
after.
Thursday. For some reason, like an idiot, I'm not leaving the country till the end of September. And I paid the rush fee regardless to get my passport sooner because I just didn't trust them mailing it to me.
Actually, Jay, since you mentioned it, the no flights package is now live also on nationgear.ca.
Woo! Let's
It is
go.
November 10th to 13th. We fly home on the 13th.
Okay.
So just check your calendar to see what's
checking.
Moving on. We're sticking with PTOs, but moving on. Liam, I apologize. Well, Zack Kassian has signed a PTO in Anaheim. If you can't make the Anaheim Ducks, we got a problem.
Yeah, that's probably why he picked them.
Interesting that he has to sign a PTO to go to the Anaheim
He
Ducks.
also may have picked him because that was his only option.
Well, that's what's interesting about it to me is that, like,
He scored.
bro, your season was so bad last year that you
scored
have to get a
2 goals.
PTO.
Something's
Anaheim.
happened. He's not the same player. Something's like
In his last 136 games, he scored 10 goals.
he's not being that physical.
How many seasons is that? Over 2 or 3?
3. He hasn't been healthy either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope nothing but the best for him. So he's put himself in the best position possible to stay in the NHL.
Yep. Go get that spot with the Ducks. It's going to be a long year, but hopefully you get a spot anyway.
Amen. Paycheck.
Paycheck's a paycheck. The other news that came down is up on the details are on Oilersnation.com. Liam, I apologize. Devin Shore has signed a 1-year deal with the Seattle Kraken.
Kind of leaves you speechless.
Well, we're going to go see him in November.
In the sense that
No, I might have to go.
Now you could actually see him wear
You can
your
wear
Shore jersey.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. I think I'll come now. Yeah, well, I think when Sam Gagner signed his PTO, that really put the nail in the coffin.
We only have 5 spots
score.
available now, folks.
Yeah, I was actually somewhat surprised he didn't stay. Just like you see all these pictures all summer of them like hanging out with Devin Shore.
I know, but how does he stay?
No, I thought he was going to get a PTO.
to come back to Edmonton.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get something, and then when they signed Gagner, PTO Gagner, I was like, okay, the dream's dead.
Yeah.
Actually, the dream was probably dead when the season ended.
I thought maybe it would be like a Bakersfield thing, but maybe the Oilers offered him a Bakersfield thing, and he was like, I think I can be an NHL or somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta let the guy go earn.
Well,
Unless you want to offer him $775 in Baco.
I'm texting my girlfriend right now, telling her I have to go to Seattle.
yeah,
She'll get it.
no, she'll understand.
She has to.
Send a picture of Devin Shore and just say he needs me.
He needs your support. He'll see your jersey in the crowd and go, holy shit, there it is. I bet. I can see it.
Yeah.
Devin Shore played 134 games with the Edmonton Oilers, 11 goals, 18 assists for 29 points. I think that is a good Sam Gagner role. You know what I mean? He's going to slide into that spot. He can jump up and down in the hallway after playoff victories if he's not playing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I love it. Anyway.
He'll forever be like connected. Well, obviously once an Oiler, always an Oiler, but like to like an amazing moment in Oilers history.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The OT winner in Calgary and then Devin Shore freaking out. It's the best.
It's interesting that Seattle has him and Yamo. Those are two pretty big vibe guys for the Oilers locker room.
Yeah.
Huge.
They are also collecting former Oilers in Seattle.
Who they got now? Those
So they got
two,
Yamo
Lawson,
Shore now. Those are new. They've got Adam Larson, Justin Schultz, Jordan Eberle.
Really?
Future Oiler Jordan Eberle.
Think so?
I'm firmly on the Eberle at the deadline train.
I would like that.
Right shot. Your right side's weak.
Yeah.
Eberle at 50% retained for Fogle and a second round pick. Who says no?
Seattle.
Probably. Depending on the type of year Eberle's having.
But Fogle will only have one more year.
Yeah.
No more years. UFA at the end of the season.
Oh,
Yeah, this is last year. So we're getting, well, I'm also interested to see like contract year Fogle? What do you do?
He scores on every breakaway.
Man, like
Even half of them. Come on, man.
He has got the tools. It's just the consistency and the toolkit can sometimes be brought into question, but he finished the season strong last year.
Yeah, he was really like that.
He was
stretch,
notable.
Final 6 weeks and into the playoffs. That was the best he ever played.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So if he's humming, like if he can hum consistently, like he's an asset.
Yeah.
So still on Team Fogle.
Question I have for you guys.
I have one thing quickly before
Sure.
we move on, just on PTOs.
Mm-hmm.
Is Puljujarvi going to get something?
I have a question. Where are all these Puljujarvi supporters now? The fact that he's probably not going to be back in the NHL.
It's 'cause his hip.
Where is this?
Because his hip.
Did he not get the same surgery that Sam Gagner did?
I don't know. I think that's the Puljujarvi supporters. They go his hip,
I see. Right.
or because you're never going to be wrong, right? So it's either his hip or it's the Oilers ruined him so bad.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's the Yakupov argument.
Yeah, like he was screwed by the Oilers. You're never
Okay.
wrong.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
With the Canes, he played 17 games, had no goals.
Is that bad?
37 shots on net.
Any assists? A couple of assists.
2.
But do you remember when he played on the first line in his second game with them?
And then remember, he was on the ice for an OT winner.
That's
And Oilers fans were like, look at that. He went to the net and the Canes scored.
He makes people around him better.
He makes.
Including McDavid.
Connor would have never gotten over 150 points.
But that's where sometimes advanced analytics are fucking weird, because if that's the case they can make, like, come on, guys.
It's always funny to me. Like they're a tool of evaluation, not like the story. It's not baseball, right? Like I just watched Moneyball again the other day. Great movie, by the way. Baseball starts from the same spot every single play, every single time.
And it's
always
one-on-one, like it's single out, like it's easier to quantify.
Yeah.
It is there's no moving parts to it.
nowhere near as fluid as hockey. Anyway, Jesse Puljujarvi taking some travel.
Like I love it, man. I love the Bison King. I love everything about it. It's just it's not there.
You have a jersey.
He should go back and sign with Carpat. They'll pay him a boatload of money because they're the Yankees of the Liga. He'll probably wear that gold helmet and just have a really good life. He's already made a good chunk of money.
Yeah.
Like go and don't even I'm just now this is like a human level. Like just you'll be so much happier.
Yeah. And there's absolutely something to that. We're talking about all these guys. So I had a question that's going on into the mailbag on Monday that came in that I sent out. I want to ask you guys, do you believe, we know that the top 6, those guys are going to get their points. Connor and Leon especially are going to get their points. Do the Oilers have enough depth scoring this year, Tyler?
I think their health obviously is a thing.
Of course.
But I think this team is going to score more than they did last year. When you look at the depth, like a full season of Ryan McLeod would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Matthias Janmark.
I have him hitting 20 goals in my bold bottom 6 predictions.
I like that. Matthias Janmark. Remember last year, he didn't make that team out of camp for cap reasons only.
Yep.
If he's around all year again, that's another handful of goals. Warren Fogle, contract year Fogle. Dylan Holloway should be better than he was last year. A little bit more comfortable at the NHL level. Derek Ryan's Derek Ryan. Like, it's definitely not worse. And I think it's pretty easy to make an argument that if they're healthy, they'll score a lot more than they did last year.
Liam, what do you think?
Yeah, I think they can do it again. I was just looking. In 2022, they scored 290 goals. Last season, they scored 325. Quite a jump.
Average of 3.96 goals per game.
I guess do we need them to score more? But I guess removing the reliance on McDavid and Draisaitl score a boatload, which they're gonna do.
Yeah, they're gonna get there.
They're gonna do it. And Nuge, that's come down from 100, but that's fine.
Yeah, and I even think like Nuge coming off his 100 points or coming down from it won't actually hurt their production that much, because it might just be a situation where like he doesn't pick up as many like power play assists
or those goals go to someone else. Because like someone who didn't perform good on the goal sheet and obviously suffered a crazy injury was Evander Kane.
Yeah, I mean,
like it was an off year. Like that recovery and stuff. Like man, he's probably still not feeling in his hand, but like hopefully he's just getting enough playing time, getting used to it. Like that's a guy that can pick up some goals. Obviously he's not a bottom 6 guy, but I think a guy like Holloway has the chance to step up.
I'm curious to see what Connor Brown does first year with the Oilers.
Connor Brandt, well, that guy can be 30 points or 60.
Yeah.
I'm bullish on the 60. Like he'll take some Nuge points.
Yeah, he's going to take some Nuge points. The way I look at it is like, I'm expecting Nuge to be around a point per game this year because he's still going to get his.
That's pretty bold.
Is it?
I think he can get 100 again.
Given how much time he spends on the power play.
Well, now we have options. Like, yeah, you're right. Like he definitely could, but like that's like if he does that, that's amazing. Like I love the Nuge. I believe in him, but like I just wouldn't put. I don't want to put that expectation on him.
If I were to give predictions on Nuge right now, I'm going to say 80 points.
Yeah,
I'll say 101. I think he can do it again.
I do too, but I don't want us to like if he gets 70, like I don't want us to be pissed. Like
I don't know. I would be pissed
I think
at
that 70 wheelhouse is like that is such a good number for Nuge, and everything else is like gravy. Because remember, like he's a $5 million player, and so we can't expect that crazy high of output. He does get the opportunity.
Anything above 65 points should be applauded.
Yeah, I'm not,
exactly. So
I'm
I'm just for the people out there that just want, oh, did you get 100 points again? It's only 80 or it's only 65. Like that's really fucking good.
Yeah, totally. 100%. I just think that given the amount of time he spends on the power play, he's going to get his points.
I agree. I think it's definitely, it's very possible.
I think too, just to add to my prediction, he's more than likely going to play with Draisaitl and McDavid every night, and he's not going to get forced to play on the third line on his own at all this year. So 82 games.
Yeah, you're right. Because there were stretches. It was him, Kostin, and Janmark, right?
Yeah, he's playing on his own. Like you hope McLeod can kind of take that step and run his own line this year and stays healthy is the big thing for him.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Moving on here. I've got some Ask the Idiots questions for you guys.
Ooh. Oh, I guess we won't have Kennedy's game today.
Oh, don't we?
Oh, Jay's got to play it.
Jay's got to play. He's coming in blind on the Kennedy
You know what this is?
game.
No.
We will walk you through it.
That'll be fun.
She did ask me a series of questions the other day about which way people shoot.
Oh, yeah.
That was a hard game.
Yeah, that would cause some major debate. Mostly with Rick.
I've also
debating like, no, he doesn't shoot left. He actually shoots right. I'll prove it.
It was because the question was Tommy Sallow.
Oh.
And we couldn't figure out if he was just like a drop the glove hand to the bottom of the stick, shoots left, or if he flips a la Cujo. Anyway. Ask the Idiots is brought to you by our friends at Cornerstone Insurance. For 90 years and 4 generations, Cornerstone has been Edmonton's premier boutique insurer for all of your insurance needs, including the Nation Truck, which you may win tomorrow if you get a hole-in-one.
What hole is that? But that's a thing again?
Oh.
Is it not?
I think they're putting up a different car.
Okay.
Oh, it's new car.
It'd be difficult to get the truck anywhere on Millwoods, wouldn't it?
What?
No, I mean,
drive it onto the course.
Like where the par threes are. The par three is 17.
We'll just go off the white mud, and I'm sure there's an area that could act as a ramp.
There's also that one on the front.
There's one right. There is one right by
There's
the
4
highway.
par threes in that course, I think.
I just couldn't remember.
So maybe not the Nation Truck tomorrow. I wish it was though. I like seeing Tyler sweat a little bit.
If you get 2 hole-in-ones, we'll give you the Nation Truck.
You get my car too. There's a lot of issues.
Do you want Liam's car?
If you don't get a hole-in-one,
if you don't get the hole-in-one, you have to take Liam's car.
The hole and the tape on the bumper are fine.
Visit cornerstoneins.ca/nation to get a online quote in just a couple of minutes. And if you use the promo code NATION, you will get an exclusive rate. You need insurance anyway. You might as well pay less for it. Thanks to our friends at Cornerstone Insurance. Again, that's cornerstoneins.ca/nation. Tyler, you're up first. This question comes in from Kevin. Ask the Idiots for our friends at Cornerstone Insurance. What is the most underrated storyline going into this season?
The most underrated storyline. Well, this does kind of tie in
for the Oilers or for the like.
It could be whatever you want.
I'll keep it Oilers. This does tie into something I'm working on where I'm counting down my 10 biggest storylines heading into next season. I'll go ahead and say it's a potential Jack Campbell bounce back. I really don't think he can be as poor as he was at the beginning of the season again. I think he's a much, much better goalie than that. And I think going from a guy, and I think him and Stuart Skinner will probably play or have a similar workload like they did last year. So if Jack Campbell is going to play 34 starts for you, I think he can bounce back to being a 905 goalie next year. the difference between an 888 goalie and a 905 goalie potentially for almost half your season, that is significant. And I think if Jack Campbell can bring himself up to that 905 range, we're probably talking about a team that's like pretty easily winning the West. Regular season.
I like this underrated storyline. Jack Campbell's bounce back year. Liam
is huge.
I'll say I feel like it died out a lot. Just how pissed off this team is coming into the season. Like they were furious when they lost against Vegas, and you could just see on everyone's face when they were doing the press conferences how much they just wanted to get going again. And I feel like it's just a story that kind of died. So I'll say how pissed off they are.
Jay, what do you got? Most underrated storyline going into 2023-24 season?
I'm going to say it's Darnell Nurse. I think he is going to be a lot better than he was last year because we're going to have a full season of Matthias Ekholm. So I think, and he's also now had a season of being under his new contract where obviously he felt the pressure of it to start the year because he was just trying to do too much. I think he's going to come into the season kind of hungry and more calm and just like let his abilities just do their thing. And also know that he's not alone. He's got the Viking there to lean on. So I think Darnell Nurse is going to have a low key good season.
Underrated storyline coming into this season is how many fresh Oilers babies we're going to get pictures of in the Cup in June.
Oh, yes.
Matthias Ekholm, fresh baby.
Fresh baby.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, fresh baby. Connor Brown, fresh baby. We are going to have a bunch of new babies sitting in the Stanley Cup in June. That is an underreported story. I'm just breaking it right here. Think about it. Think about it. Think of how adorable that compilation will be. Can you stack all three of them in the cup at the same time? I don't know how babies work. We'll find out. Reversing the order. Jay, you're up first. You are stuck in a room for 48 hours, and the only entertainment you have is a broken phone that can't do anything except use one app. What app is on your phone?
YouTube.
Great pick.
So wait, it's broken, but you still get Wi-Fi?
I mean, the detail isn't in here, so I'll say yes.
Okay.
The answer is YouTube.
YouTube's great.
Well, then maybe we should change up the question if we're all going to answer the same.
Well,
yeah,
I'm
I
just
mean,
curious
it's
what
hard
your
to
answer
not say YouTube
It's
or TikTok, but YouTube, you're getting more long form content, so it's probably what you want.
Buy movies.
All right, let's say no Wi-Fi. You get sans Wi-Fi.
Oh.
Also,
Tyler, I know what do you got?
Boys, bricks and balls. Yeah, it's without a doubt bricks and balls. There's just, that's on site.
There's
What do
a
you got,
man who
Liam?
plays a lot of games on my iPad.
For very short durations.
Yeah, just little sprints.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Is my answer.
You don't need Wi-Fi for that?
Nope.
You can play, there's an offline version?
I believe so.
Really?
I don't know what, if there's got to be a game that exists. I'm making up an app, but I know it probably exists and I'm trying to find one, especially one that doesn't have to connect to Wi-Fi, but like a good golf game.
Super Stickman Golf. Or are you looking for realistic?
Realistic.
Yeah, not Super Stickman Golf.
Super
doesn't
Stickman
sound
Golf
too
is fun.
realistic.
It is fun.
It is a blast. I've got a game on my phone called 1945 Air Force, which is basically just one of those old arcade games where things are coming from the top of the screen and you're blasting them from the bottom and your ship gets upgraded. I'll play that thing for hours.
Actually, I changed my answer.
Go ahead.
It's a game called Football Manager, and I play it all the time too. You don't need Wi-Fi; you can just manage your football team.
I got another one. I have it. I can't remember what it's called because I've been playing a while, but I could play it for hours because it's like kind of management. It's building and it's like an airline management app. You launch an airline.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So then you plan the routes and when you're going to go international, your domestic, your plane size, what you're going to charge, like all those things, and you're playing around.
It's like a tycoon game.
Yeah, it's like a tycoon game.
I actually had
Isn't that just your day-to-day life running a business? And you're like, well,
I got planes.
I got some downtime. I'm going to run a business.
But I like planes. Yes. But if I'm losing money, it's not real.
Fair.
I just got rid of one on my phone that I kind of maxed out where I could go without paying, where I was doing the same thing, but with banks. I had to set like interest rates and stuff. It was fun.
It's fun. Yeah. I love those kind of management games.
Tyler, I'll come back to you. Oh no, Liam, I'm starting with you first.
All right.
You've all been on social media and you've seen this trend about girls saying their biggest icks. I don't want to go there, but I want to know what's your biggest sports ick. Biggest sports
Define
ick.
an ick.
Something I hate this every time when players. This happens more in like soccer recently when they go to the Saudi Arabian league and they deny it's for the money. It's like, no, you're going because they're paying you like 160 million a week. Just say it. Just say it. You're not going
There's nothing
there.
wrong. Like,
No,
well,
everyone
there's
knows.
something wrong with it, but it's
But yeah, that's mine. When people deny it's not for the money.
Tyler, what do you got?
When people at the sporting event like loudly rip players on their own team. Happened a lot last year with Campbell and Nurse, where I'd be sitting in an Oilers game and someone behind you would be like, fuck Nurse, you suck. And it's like, yeah, you think you're like really smart right now, don't you? Like everyone around you probably thinks you're a fucking analyst because you think Darnell Nurse is bad. I hate it. I hate when people yell shit like that. You're a bum, whoever. Like they're on your team. Shut up.
Or just shut up in general.
Yeah.
Kind of the same, but kind of different. I was at a comedian last weekend, Anthony Jeselnik, hilarious. A guy behind me was parroting the punchlines.
Ugh. Yeah, that's
I fucking hated it. Great joke up front. Hear it again right behind me from a guy who's not as funny. Anyway, that's not to do with the question. Jay, what is your biggest sports ick or annoyance? By the way, this girl's ick thing on TikTok is getting out of control.
What was the one? The one where she said if a guy orders food or something?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
What?
Or a
to
guy
be-
riding a bike, or a guy breathes, or there's all kinds
Or
of
it's that
weird ones.
stuff like the beige flag thing where it's like, oh, my boyfriend's beige flag is like looking at the lawn. And it's like, that's just something he likes
What?
doing. Not everything needs to be like characterized into these things.
Jay, what's your biggest sports annoyance?
Liam, I'm sorry.
no.
It's diving in soccer.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'll allow that.
Makes me just want to vomit.
It is ridiculous.
What about diving in hockey?
Or swimming.
Yeah, that's good. That's legit diving. That is acceptable diving. Diving in hockey, I don't have a space for it, but it's not as
Egregious?
Doesn't
Yeah.
happen as often, does it? Which I think also makes
it's like
it
it's
a
part of
little
the game,
worse.
which I don't
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I don't know why this annoys me. And if you disagree with me, let me know. Hit us up on social. But for some reason, I have a problem with it. Let's say the Oilers are playing the Flames and somebody rolls in a Habs jersey.
Yes.
I'm like, what are you doing?
You're
It's like,
such a dude.
go sports. I don't get that one. That one
just
annoys me.
wear an NHL hat.
Yeah.
Or like just wear clothes.
Yeah, just go to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go to the game.
Like I guarantee you when we're at the Seattle football game, someone's going to be there in a fucking Riders jersey and I'm going to be pissed.
Oh, I'm gonna love it.
I hate that.
I don't know why it annoys me, but it
That
does.
annoys me.
I don't know if I can go. I don't like the Seahawks. So I'm probably going to get a Dotson Commanders jersey because he's on my fantasy team.
I'm probably just going to wear an Oilers Nation hoodie and just
Yeah.
go.
I like to get
You like to get in the culture.
I like to get into the culture. And normally I'm a home team supporter. So like we do our football trip. Like if I'm going to the Browns, I am all in. Face paint, everything. But I even like to do it. Like I've done it for the Bills. I've gone pretty hardcore with that.
I like
Football's fun, man. Like it's such a emotional experience.
Yeah, but like for me, if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it for the home team. Like I don't want to go. Although I do have an RG3 jersey I could wear.
Well, I'm not
In
there to
Seattle,
troll. Like I'm not going to be there and
where
be
it
like
happened?
telling off Seahawks fans. But I feel like in my DNA, I have to pull out a Commanders.
But you're not gonna wear a Browns jersey to the Seahawks Commanders game.
No.
Exactly.
I was looking at, I might buy a Seahawks hat. They have some nice hats.
I can't do it.
See
My
what's
dad's a
doing
big
there.
Seahawks fan, and I am not. So it's
Yeah, you're a Lions
quite
guy.
a
You want to
rivalry.
join me on Team Commanders?
Yeah.
They're still the Washington Football Club to me.
Who's their quarterback now? Do they have one yet?
Sam Howell.
Sam who?
Howell.
Oh,
Good story, Sam Howell.
For our friends at Cornerstone Insurance, last question to ask the idiots. Tyler, coming at you. Interesting question. I'm actually curious to hear you guys' answers. What is one lesson from any other sport other than hockey that the NHL needs to learn to promote itself?
Star marketing.
Do you have an example?
I mean, we're starting to see it a bit. Oilers, I think, lead the league in nationally televised games in the US. That is very good. But even like treatment of the stars on the ice, we've beaten this to death. But like, you know, the whole evening the playing field by not making as many calls on Connor McDavid, I think it's getting a little bit better. And it goes for every star across the league. But just letting scrub defensemen do whatever they want and being like, well, like, come on, it's Connor. I can't call everything. Like in the NBA, they'll call everything most of the time, right? It's a big thing. People pay to watch the stars. So I think just the way they treat their stars.
Liam, what do you got?
What was the question? Sorry, I was trying to explain.
What's one lesson the NHL can take in marketing itself from any other sport?
From marketing himself? I think players need to go ahead of teams. Like in the NBA, like there's obviously some teams that are big brands like the Lakers and the Celtics, but for most of the time, like you don't know the Milwaukee Bucks, you know Giannis and that kind of stuff, and Denver, you know the Joker. It'd be better, I think, if the NHL would put their teams aside and promoted their players in that way better. That makes sense.
Jay, what do you got? What can the NHL learn about marketing from any other sports league?
Yeah, it's in all these things you guys are talking about. It's all a content play. It's the content of the sport outside of just the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see what F1 that show's done for F1. I'm not saying you do a show like that or maybe like it's an iteration of that, but like you have to make it more accessible to people that wouldn't, and that's what marketing is, the people that wouldn't even know about the product. So like, how do you get hockey in front of them? Like there's now a bunch of, and I'm guilty of it, a bunch of bandwagon F1 fans because of that show.
Me too.
So there's hockey players are such an interesting human.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of funny shit being said and talked about and all that stuff. Like that needs to be documented. The banter on the ice and just the, like, you look at how MMA is blown up and right. And, you know, the NHL doesn't like to promote the violence of the sport, but there is violence in the sport. You also need to like capture the sex and violence of hockey and get that in front of people that love that, because MMA is blown up and it's because it's a contact sport.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, there's a lot there to unpack and a lot that I kind of just said it in Vegas, but like that's going to lure in those people. You can make a bunch of MMA fans, hockey fans.
I have one, sorry, to just change it. The NHL needs to put games on YouTube more and just make it free that way.
Like full game highlights?
No. Literally just one game. Maybe
I agree with you, but like you're going to have people that spend billions of dollars
for sure.
saying no. So
the MLB does it. I believe they do it whenever it is. The MLB does it.
Oh, YouTube pays a lot.
But their YouTube can pay, but then it's free for people to watch it.
So if they get into it, so if they can enter into a relationship with YouTube, yes.
I think that's a good way to They have to be more prominent on like with the social media companies, I guess.
Just to add on to your guys' answers, I think that the NHL needs to do a much better job of making content that's short and consumable for the world we live in.
Yes.
Like if you look at the NBA's TikTok account versus the NHL's, it's not close.
Yeah, they should hire the whole social media team, steal them all from the NBA and deploy their tactics to NHL. The other thing that they have to do is like the regional deals in the States are just like fucked. No game should be blacked out ever. Yeah. And like there's certain areas, like I believe it's like in Colorado where like people in Colorado can't get Avalanche games.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like this is like Rocky Wirtz era, like no home games televised logic. Like, to grow the game, you have to get it in front of people.
Yep.
There was a thing the other day too. I was watching MLB Network with my dad, and there was 4 games going on at one time on the MLB Network, and they just it was like a red zone almost thing.
Red zone, by the way, is one of the greatest products ever.
Yeah, and that'd be difficult for the NHL to do.
Oh, you can't do it with hockey, but in the NFL, red zone rules.
Yeah, they've tried with hockey in the past too. Like Sportsnet's done a few little iterations of it, just never stuck.
Yeah, it's so hard because like I guess maybe if teams are on the power play, but like on Saturdays, this team's on power list, like you can show like the octo screen of that.
The way they do it in soccer, but this is different because all the games start at the same time too. They used to have one game being played, and then when a goal scored, they'll just go to that game, and then they'll go back to the game they're actually showing. Yep. So they could do that.
My answer for this is, I mean, your guys' answers were better. This one just annoys me. Second full year watching baseball as much as I have. The thing I love the most about it is if you watch a Jays game, Tyler, and it says it starts at 5:07. That pitch is coming out at 5:07.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
You don't have to guess between what time the puck is dropping and what time the broadcast starts. Just tell me what time the puck's dropping. That's it. There you go. Ask the Idiots for our friends at Cornerstone Insurance. If you want to ask the crew something, anything, slide on into my DMs. I will be happy to include you next week or beyond. Before we get to hot and cold performers, if you thought that we weren't going to have a Kennedy quote game because she is on vacation,
Giddy up.
we have got one. So Jay, you've never played this before.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So what Kennedy does is she goes through and she captures quotes from the people on this podcast. And they could be going back months. They could be going back weeks. And you just have to guess who said it.
So either me, Liam, Dan, Rick, or BM.
Okay.
So you know us all well enough that you should at least have a guess on who said what.
Sure.
Let me get my pen out. Okay.
So
Oh,
the way
you got to
we do
write.
it-
Do you have your phone on you?
Oh, okay. Oh, so we write the answer.
You gotta
Yeah,
write
so
down
the way we
all
do
the-
it is we go through
We
all
grade
six.
ourselves.
You put your guesses in, and then I will read out the answers afterward. See how everybody does. Rick is not here today, so we may have a new winner for the first time in forever.
Rick always wins.
Rick is very
Rick's
good
very
at
good
this.
at this. Yeah.
We are all terrible.
He's. I think that the thing with Rick is that he's seen us all at our drunkest, so he knows what's most likely to come out of our consciousness, whether we know it or not. That's my logic.
That's sound.
Well,
I like it.
I gotta come up with something. Question number one. Quote number one, I should say.
Here we go.
You can always trust a man named Skyler.
Oh no. Okay.
So there are 6 answers here, Jay, or 6 quotes. One person will be doubled up. Only one will be doubled up.
You can always trust a
You can always trust a man named Skyler.
It's
Okay.
more like a riddle.
guy. Are we talking about football? Or are we talking about?
Probably Skylar Brindamore.
It could have been Skyler Brandamore. Quote number 2. I'm going to get a tattoo that says, "Was I ready? I don't think I was ready."
I'm going to get a tattoo that says, "Was I ready? I don't think I was ready."
God. I wish we had the audio for this so I could hear like the context behind some of it.
But then you would know that-
Maybe that's like the next
I wish
iteration
the
where-
person would walk in who said it, would then recite it again.
No,
Oh, it would be good if
If
Kennedy
you had like a voice changer,
Yeah.
you know, where it goes like down 10 octaves or whatever, and it goes, "Brrr," and I could just play a button.
Or I was going to say maybe that's how we should reveal them in the next iteration.
That's what I
is we
mean.
get like the 30-second, like what's the context behind that?
Yeah, that could be a good one too.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's good. That's
We're workshopping.
Okay.
So that quote number 2 is, I'm going to get a tattoo that says, "Was I ready? I don't think I was ready."
Okay.
Number 3, he has this weird Irish accent. I can't do an Irish accent.
I can't do an Irish accent.
Well, you refuse to out of principle.
Yeah. Morals are more important.
Jesus. First the
He
French,
had this
now
weird Irish accent. I cannot do an Irish accent.
Can you do a Northern Ireland accent?
No. not on the show.
Quote number 4. Do the Oilers make good choices? Well, they've made some poor choices and some bad choices. Do the Oilers make good choices? Well, they've made some poor choices and some bad choices.
What the fuck?
I don't think I've got any right. so
I don't think
far.
I've got any right either.
All right.
Quote number 5. How do you go bankrupt?
How do you go bankrupt?
Jesus. This
How do
is,
okay.
Me.
I think I'm feeling okay here.
Are you? I am not.
do you remember any of these?
Not one.
Not really.
Okay.
The only time I ever get them is if I'm like, oh, I guarantee it was me that said that. Last one. Quote number 6. Probably we were talking about Oodle Noodle. Whoever invented spring rolls should get more money. Whoever invented spring rolls should get more money.
Sounds like it.
Fuck, so many of them could just be Liam.
They could all be Liam. That's what this one is like. I had Liam down 3 times.
I only guessed myself once.
I had you down 3 or 4 and I had to change them.
I've got the answers here.
Yeah, let's go.
man.
She put them in an envelope.
Yeah, she did. Like she makes sure there's no cheating.
I
There's
just
nothing.
assumed you had the answers and weren't playing.
Nope. They are in an envelope. It has now been opened as like an award show. Does anybody need any repeated? Or are we good? Good with the answers?
If I get one, I'm happy.
Yeah,
If
here we
I
go.
get one, I'm happy. So the first quote is, you can always trust a man named Skyler. And that was... Okay, who did everybody guess here?
I said Liam.
I said Tyler.
I said Dan.
I said Rick. The answer is was.
What? That's not fair.
Fuck
off. God damn it, Kennedy.
God, I do remember him saying that to him. Me thinking, what are you
Yo, we
talking
need to
about?
know there's a Falcon twist here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know there was these are the quotes that I got. There's no.
Oh, well,
Alright.
she should give us the eligible answers as well.
Yeah.
That does sound like something Wallace would say.
Kennedy.
Ridiculous.
If not, it was Dan for sure.
Quote number 2. I'm going to get a tattoo that says, "Was I ready? I don't think I was ready." Who did everybody got? I had Dan.
I had you, BM.
Dan.
I had Rick.
The answer is was.
Shut up. Oh, are they all fucking Waz quotes? Are they all Waz quotes?
These are all was quotes.
Oh my God. What a gigantic waste of our time. Read the rest of them now.
All right. Well, now
Read
that we
them
know.
back because now I know they're Waz quotes.
So these are all was quotes. And she adds at the bottom, just so you guys know, these are all things was said in just 1 week walking around the office. The final 4, now that we all know we're getting 0. He had this weird Irish accent, and I can't do an Irish accent.
This all makes sense.
Now it's all coming together. Do the Oilers make good choices? Well, they've made poor choices and some bad choices.
Oh, that makes so much sense as a Waz quote because it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, now that you know who it is, it makes way more sense. How do you go bankrupt?
I can't believe you said you put me down for 4 of these.
Yeah.
But like I had you down for 3 because I just assumed we were playing in the room rules.
Unbelievable.
How do you go?
And then whoever invented more spring rolls should get more money. There's the Waz edition. Kennedy pulling a sneaky one on us as she sits on a beach in Hawaii somewhere.
She was with a turtle. Did you see that? That's pretty sick. Sea turtle.
Sick, bro.
Turtles are cool.
Yeah, she was in the water with it, swimming.
Lovely. Well, Kennedy really pulled a sneaky one on us there. Bamboozled us.
Yeah.
Electronic Jordan, were you trying to play along on that one? How'd you do, pal?
Geez. I got welcomed into a game and absolutely hoodwinked.
We all got hoodwinked. Yeah, Kennedy pulled a sneaky one. All of them.
Fun game.
That was good.
Generally, it goes differently. Before we move on to hot and cold performers and wrap up the podcast, I just want to touch on the Oilers Nation Open again very, very quickly. Tomorrow, it is the 5th tournament that we've thrown. It's going to be happening at Millwoods Golf Club. I just want to know, all 3 of you are participating in the tournament. Some bold predictions.
Some bold predictions.
It can be wins. It can be your own game. It could be other staffers' games. Just some bold predictions for tomorrow.
I will win my team a hole. That is my bold prediction.
Tyler, how do you feel about
describe that?
I get the best score. Like I'm the one who's
It's a scramble.
It's a scramble. Not
No,
best
but like I'm the one every time who's. What does that mean?
You're all 3 shots. You're gonna get the natural.
Yeah, like
So the
I'm
natural
the
is
one.
when you use all of one person's
Yes,
shots.
that is.
You'll
my
do that
prediction.
once?
Yeah, one time.
I dig that.
How do you feel about that as his partner?
That'll be fine. If he can do that a couple times, it'd be even better. But
It's tough to do, and it's tough to do it's
Yeah.
tough to do.
we just need you hot with the putter. That's what we need.
Well, don't expect it.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
you just
to
made a
get
bold
a natch,
prediction.
you get to use your putt.
Well, I only need to do it once out of 18.
All right.
Well,
Should be fine.
apologies to your 2 partners here.
We'll have a great time.
Well, Tyler, what do you got? Bold prediction for tomorrow. Oilers Nation Open.
Chalmers comes within a foot of a hole in one.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he'll get close and he won't shut up about it.
I kind of want to say that the bold prediction for the tournament is that we have a hole in one.
We're due at some
We are
point.
due.
right?
Like well, at some point we're due. Like
The closest I've seen personally was about 3 feet 3 years ago. That's the closest I've seen.
I've never.
I
seen one.
feel like it's coming. So I'm saying that's the bold prediction. By who? I can't get that bold.
I'm going to say both of your teams land in the top 5 tournament scoring.
How many teams are there?
36. Yeah, we'll see. I don't. Cody Chambers, who's with me and Chalmers, and his buddy, he only mentioned his name once, so I can't recall it right now. They've been playing all week.
Wow.
And yeah, they invited me to golf them at 7:40 this morning.
Did you go?
No.
Oh.
I had to gas a tournament with Gagner on Tuesday because I'm just too busy. But I'm going to try to go to the range today though. And they shot a couple 89. So like that's good. Like if we have all guys that can shoot in the 80s, there's a chance to put up a number. But I know Jer White and the Shaw Enterprises team, he's just going to bring a bunch of hired guns and they're going to cheat and shoot minus 24. That's tough to compete.
30 and a half seconds until Gregor cries. Over, under.
Under.
Over. I think he's going to hold it together this year.
We have spoke about it a lot. So I'll go over.
You don't think at all? Even when he starts talking about
He's not even paying attention to you.
carrying the suit home forever into job interviews?
Tyler could be not even bothered with what you're saying right now.
I'm trying to come up with a cold performer. So I'm like digging through my Twitter likes and like things I've posted on Instagram because I don't have cold performer yet.
I don't either, but I
Just leave me be.
off the dome. So we have a bet, our team, me and Chalmers real life against ONR's team.
Yeah.
And the bet is the winning team gets to pick what the losing team wears to the season opener party on October 11th.
Correct.
Daisy Dukes and cutoffs and a midriff shirt for Chalmers.
Just the Borat swimsuit.
Oh, if you're rolling into the Greta season opener
To a
party
company
right now.
event. Yeah. I'm sure that'd be a great
Private
idea.
event. We're working on, we haven't launched that event yet, but we are working on something crazy for that.
For us to wear or just in general for the thing? If we lose.
You have to wear it at the event.
No. But you said I'm thinking of something crazy.
Oh, this is just for the event
Okay.
itself.
Phew.
So make sure we have maximum people there to see you guys wear what we pick.
We won't be losing anyway, so it's all good. Right, Tyler?
Correct, buddy.
I mean, I
Correct.
think the sneaky one is that you offer Chalmers a drink first up, and instead of a 2-ouncer, it's a 4-ouncer.
That's only going to make him stronger. You want to do the reverse. You want to put like fake booze in.
Ooh, smart.
Well,
I don't know what fake rye tastes like. But Chalmers
just grab a handful
Chalmers
of dirt
filters
from the
are
parking lot.
pretty defined.
We have a real life in 15 minutes. So I think we got a cruise here.
Yep,
Oh.
we're gonna go through. Oh yeah, we're starting early today.
Yeah.
Let's do it for our friends at. Oh great! Now I closed the page. Now that Tyler put me under pressure here. We're gonna start off with our cold performers for somebody. Will Hawk beef jerky, of course. How could I? forget?
Oh, geez. Okay, so tons in the fridge,
There's tons of big
And leftovers?
bottles there, too.
leftovers.
Really?
Oh,
In our little beer fridge, like the little beer fridge, it's like literally stuffed with beef jerky.
any pepperoni?
There's some pepperoni left. I'm bringing some. I took some to take to my. I'm going to Moose Jaw this weekend. The Mayor Moose Jaw loves Will Hawk, so I'm bringing some cheese pepperonis.
We're going to do it for Will Hawk Beef Jerky, 3 locations. We've got Spruce Grove, Leduc, and West Edmonton Mall. Go get some jerky. If you're at the tournament tomorrow, you'll get a little sampling unless you're a rascal and you get there first and jack everybody else's jerky from their bags on your team. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm just saying it could be possible. Don't do it. Your friends will hate you. I'm going to start off first. My cold performer of the week is me because I don't get to attend the Oilersnation Open tomorrow. I had a pre-planned flight from months ago that just so happened to land on the same date before we organized the tournament. So I'm the cold performer of the week. It is one of my favorite days. I'm very jealous of everybody that gets to go.
Should move.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Yeah,
I fucked around and I'm going to find out.
you should move it later.
I did look. I looked.
I'm beelining it right from the tournament to the airport.
Yeah, like if I could have gotten a flight that was reasonable about 3 hours later, I could have done it, but not meant to be. Tyler, you're up. Your Will Hawk Beef Jerky cold performer of the week.
The news that Bob Barker passed away. That was really sad.
Oh, you feel good about that? Like in the sense of that just came to you last minute.
No, I was scrolling through Twitter and someone had posted the clip of him beating up Adam Sandler again, which is always a great one. Anyways, legend, RIP Bob Barker. And I do like people said it was fitting that he got as close to $1 without going over because he died at the age of 99.
Oh, how poetic.
Jay always forgets that there's a button.
And Mr. Liam Horban, your Will Hawk Beef Jerky cold performer of the week.
Your hot and cold performers are supposed to be natural, Tyler, and mine is a natural occurrence that happens to me every day. When people don't wave to me after I wait for them to like come through,
Oh, and they don't
and
merge?
give me the courtesy. No, like they come in and they're like, oh, trap, their car's too parked. I have to wait to the side. I let them through and they don't give me like, thank you. Pisses me off.
Have you ever fought before?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
You were probably beat up in the bus stop most of the time.
I think so, huh?
Classic choice.
Jay, your Will Hawk Beef Jerky Cold Perform of the Week.
I'm going to go with the Bank of Canada. The rates are too damn high.
Yep. I'm going to give you this one.
Put some respect on my name.
Yeah.
Worse.
Hot performer time. Reversing the order. Jay up first. Your Will Hawk Beef Jerky Hot Performer of the Week.
Austin Matthews' agent is bent over the Maple Leafs yet again.
We the best.
Liam, you're up next. Your Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
The Show Pod Crusaders season begins today.
I'm staying alive.
Oh, sorry, Liam.
Joe's barbecue and foot massage. Joe's barbecue and foot massage.
Thank you.
Tyler, your check. Your Will Hawk Beef Jerky Hot Performer of the Week.
Sam Gagner for joining us on the Real Life podcast on Monday, the day he signed the PTO. A true man of the people. Full video up now. Oilers Nation YouTube.
Sam Gagner just tied a record with 8 points in the game.
This is Sam Gagner, and you're listening to the Real Life podcast.
Gagner, oh, what a move! What a win for the Oilers!
You know, we've had that for like 3 years.
Really? I've never heard that.
Yeah. No,
So we only heard it for the first time on
in
Monday.
the audience.
But it worked out.
Oh, that's pretty good.
We like a good wine. We just put it down the cellar, let it age. And now it's very delicious.
Hot Performer of the Week for me is that, well, I'm going to go back to the Nation Vacation. It is, what would you say, like 75% sold out?
Oh, dude.
70% sold out?
Let's
Higher than that?
76 now.
78% sold out? Either way.
I think, yeah, it's oh, sorry.
My Hot Performer of the Week goes out to all of you for scooping up these trips. This is going to be an amazing Nation Vacation. First time we've ever done anything like this. I am pumped, and I'm pumped that all of you are joining us.
This is why I'm hot. I'm hot because I'm fly. You ain't because you not.
And there you have it. There you have it. Another episode of Oilers Nation Radio in the books. Thursday edition, because the boys will be golfing. I'll be flying. Don't expect this next week. Although we are going to 2 a week. That starts in October.
Yep.
So you got one more month of the weeklies. Tyler, when does your show go back to daily?
October. Also, this show will be available as a full video show in October. So will Real Life. And every day back at it 5 days a week, and some other exciting announcements coming too.
Lots of programming coming from OilersNation.com. And of course, check out the website.
Oh, and Gregor launches Tuesday.
Gregor launches
live on the Oilers Nation
Sports
YouTube
1440.
and live on the Oilers
The
Nation
Jason
YouTube.
Gregor Show is now digital.
You can
Subscribe to
you can
YouTube
just
today,
Stare at Gregor for
OilersNation.com.
4 straight hours.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you want to do that? I like to look at Gregor for hours at a
He's
time.
always wearing a nice pair of sunglasses, eyeglasses.
Well, interesting pair of eyeglasses.
I wonder if I'll ever put his
Well,
hood
he
up on the
referred to
show.
him as he doesn't have hair, so he refers to his glasses as like his hair. Like that's his hairdo.
Okay.
So like funky hairdo, but it's glasses.
That makes no sense.
Is Gregor coming in today? Is that what we're doing real life right
He's
away?
coming in studio.
Okay, so we're going to ask about these glasses / haircut on Real Life today on the regularly scheduled Real Life. Go check that one out after you listen to this one. Let's wrap it up. We are done. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the tournament tomorrow, everybody.